Hey guys, what's going on? Over here at the Inferno Training and Performance Center. Just trying to get some training in. This week over here, some things we were going over was side control. And it seems, I was talking to a lot of my students and stuff, and they were, saying when they get inside control, and I've spoken with other people, they say like they get inside control, which is awesome, all right? But they say once they get there, they kind of don't know any attacks, they don't know what to do. If you're getting inside control, that's the first good step, all right? It's better that you're on top side control rather than bottom side control, right? So, at least you're ahead of the game in that aspect. However, once we get to side control, jiu-jitsu isn't about just holding somebody down, all right? Especially, I know sport jiu-jitsu, there's points. When I started doing jiu-jitsu, it was all about getting submissions, all right? Not to say that we always need to look for position over submission, but the fun is finishing a fight, finishing a match, all right? My jiu-jitsu is I try to get them to be aggressive, looking to attack, all right? And not attacking technically. All right, you defend something, I go for something else, right? I start chaining moves together. If I go for move A and you defend A, I go on to B. You start defending B, I'm moving on to C, or I'm going back to A. All right, it's hitting things in combinations. That's really that's what it's really about. It's always being a step ahead of your opponent, and that's why you hear people say jiu-jitsu is a game of chess. This ain't checkers. All right, so it's definitely a thinking man's sport. We're going to go over side control over here. All right, when I'm in side control, all right, once I achieve side control, just for establishing and holding that position, I like to always have this underhook. I like to always be underneath his neck, palm down. It allows me to get a lot of shoulder pressure over here. All right, my knee should be deep in his armpit, all right? He wants to turn into me, so I kind of want to ramp this up, and I want to keep this arm nice and high so I can attack this shoulder, this neck, all right? And attack that shoulder, that arm. I want to get my hands together, my head's close to the mat, all right? I don't want to be leading my weight all the way over because he could look to just bump me over, all right? So I want to keep my my butt, just kind of my legs spreading out, all right? Keep my center of gravity. You should almost feel like I'm skydiving, all right? My chest should be on his chest with weight, okay? If I'm 180 pounds or 150 pounds or 220 pounds, I should feel like that, all right? I don't want to be like this where my weight's on my elbows and on my knees. My weight should be on my opponent, all right? So once I establish this side control, all right, and I want to start looking for attacks, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand, all right, and we're going to pull it over on this side, right underneath his shoulder, all right? As I do that, I'm going to take my hand onto the mat, and I'm going to push off, all right, and take my underhook, all right, or my right arm, and I'm going to place my elbow right in the center of AJ's chest, putting a lot of pressure on it. All right, it really sucks. If I'm doing this hard, I'm bringing him up like this, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on his chest. All right. From this position, I'm going to slide my right leg into his armpit. All right. So I have him raised off the ground. I'm going to take my right leg, and it's going to go into his armpit. Now I'm going to step over his hand and leg. All right, and pinch my knees together. I want to pinch my knees nice and tight together to keep him on his side. I don't want to allow him to bring his back to the mat. All right. From here, I'm going to switch hands. Right now, my right arm is underneath his arm. All right. I'm going to bring so that my left hand is underneath his arm. My right hand is going to come out and grab his wrist. Then my left hand grabs my own wrist. All right. Over here, I'm not going to just try to raise up with my hands like this. All right. He's strong. He's going to be able to hold that down. I want to keep my chest on top of AJ's tricep. I'm going to lift up with my whole body, okay? And I'm going to rotate until I get the tap, okay? If somebody's really strong and I'm having a hard time pulling this out, you always have the option. Your elbow is right on his rib cage, all right? Take a second and drop your elbow into that rib cage. I call it the eject button. It sucks for the person on the bottom, all right? I'll drop my elbow super hard in there, all right? As soon as I drop it hard and he reacts, I rip it up with my whole body and I turn until I get the tap, all right? So one last time, going over this Kimura, guys. All right, I'm going to get my dominant side control. All right, I have my underhook.
My hands underneath his head. All right, I got nice shoulder pressure. My hands are gripped together. He can't really look into me. My knee is close blocking his hip. My other knee is deep in his armpit. All right, I want to start attacking over here. I bring my hand over. All right, I'm going to start raising AJ up, pushing off the mat, taking my underhook, dropping it right on his solar plex. I'm going to slide my right knee in his armpit. Okay, I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to step over AJ's head, pinching my knees together. All right, I want to pinch my knees together. I don't want him to be able to get his back to the mat. All right, I'm holding this arm. I'm going to switch. My left arm goes underneath. My right arm goes right to his wrist. I have a nice grip. My chest is on AJ's tricep. All right, I'm not separated. I'm not just trying to pull up with my arms. All right, I pull up with my whole body. I rotate till I get the tap. If he's hanging on really strong, my elbow is already placed right in AJ's rib cage. I'm gonna push down. You see, right as soon as I push down, you know when I'm doing it because he already starts to squirm, all right? It hurts, it sucks. All right, you push down, get that reaction, yank up with your whole body, start turning until you get your submission. Guys, hope you enjoyed this, this quick technique. Keep watching our videos. You know, keep putting them out there. All the feedback that we get from you guys is much appreciated. As long as we know guys are watching them and you guys are improving, we're going to keep putting it out there, trying to get your jiu-jitsu game a little bit better. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Later.